Good morning, students. In this session, we are going to study some important concepts and the related questions from general organic chemistry. General organic chemistry means it includes purification, detection of elements and electron migration effects, everything. So, including all we are discussing under GOC. Now, let us see this first question. Calculate number of sigma and pi bonds in naphthalene. It's from concept to concept we are going. Calculate number of sigma and pi bonds in naphthalene. See, in cyclic compounds, number of sigma bonds can be calculated as atomicity minus 1 plus number of cycles. Atomicity minus 1 plus number of cycles. So, here what is atomicity of C10H8? 18. 18 minus 1 plus naphthalene has how many cycles? Naphthalene has, say this is the structure of naphthalene. They will specify whether it is a bicyclic compound or a tricyclic compound or a monocyclic, etc. It is a bicyclic compound. It has 2 cycles. Number of cycles 2. That equals to 17 plus 2, 19 number of sigma bonds. So, instead of drawing structure and counting, you can suppose actually in this is a bond line notation where we should not show hydrogen. For our convenience, I am for counting purpose only I am writing hydrogen. Actually, this is a wrong way. When we are specifying a bond line notation, hydrogen should not be shown. Now, let us count within this first cycle 6 sigma bonds, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 sigma bonds we got. Next, when it comes to number of pi bonds, number of pi in cyclic compounds, can be calculated as 2n plus 2 minus number of hydrogens by 2 minus number of cycles. 2n plus 2 minus number of hydrogens in the given formula by 2 minus number of cycles. See, ratio of hybrid and pure orbitals, no, we will write it again. Now, here n stands for number of carbons, n stands for number of carbons in the given formula. Now, let us substitute number of pi bonds equals to 2 into how many carbons are there in the question? 10 plus 2 minus number of hydrogens given in the formula 8 by 2 minus number of cycles it has 2. So, this is 20 plus 2, 22 minus 8, 14, 14 by 2, 7, 7 minus 2, 5 pi bonds, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, sometimes see the formula helps us when the structure is not known. I had given the structure just for comparison. Okay. Next. So, this is how we can calculate number of sigma bonds and number of pi bonds in case of cyclic compounds. Now, when it comes to the next question, calculate the ratio of hybrid orbitals is to pure orbitals in 1,3 butadiene. Hybrid orbitals is to pure orbitals in 1,3 butadiene. So, when it comes to this question, we have another shortcut for this also even. See, in 1,3 butadiene, this is 1,3 butadiene conjugated diene, right? Now, when carbon is forming 1 pi bond, it is said to be sp2, 1 pi bond sp2, 1 pi bond sp2, 1 pi bond sp2. So, number of sp2 carbons are 4. Number of sp2 carbons are 4. Then, number of sp2 hybrid orbitals. All carbons are in sp2 hybridization only. Number of sp2 hybrid orbitals equals to number of sp2 hybridized carbons into 3. So, 4 such carbons into 3, 12 hybrid orbitals. Similarly, number of pure atomic orbitals can be calculated as twice the number of pi bonds plus number of hydrogens. Twice the number of pi bonds plus number of hydrogens. So, how many pi bonds are there in this formula? 2 pi bonds we have. 2 into 2 plus number of hydrogens are this is H2, H, H and H2. How many? 6 hydrogens. So 4, 2 to 4 plus 6, 10 pure orbitals. So ratio of hybrid orbitals is to pure orbitals is, how many hybrid orbitals we have calculated? 12. 12 is to 10, means it is 6 is to 5. Ratio of hybrid orbitals is to pure orbital is 6 is to 5. This is another model question from basics of organic chemistry, general organic chemistry. Now one more area, usually this is also possible for this one, competitive exams. Stability of diene, one question is possible. See, when it comes to conjugated diene, cumulative diene and isolated diene, 3 types of dienes are given. Stability order of dienes is, stability order of these dienes is, that's the question. So first of all we should understand what's the meaning of this conjugated dienes, cumulative diene. See, actually we have to based on a relation. Stability of a diene is inversely proportional to energy of the diene. So less the energy possessed by the diene, more is the stability. Now what's meant by conjugated diene for this question? Let us illustrate something. What's meant by conjugated dienes? Where double bonds are in conjugation in alternate positions. Double bonds are in conjugation, that is in alternate position. Suppose conjugated diene means CH2 double bond CH, single bond, CH double bond CH, single bond, CH double bond CH2, like this. This is said to be a conjugated diene, alternation of double bond, alternation of ene is said to be conjugated diene. This is first one. Next case is cumulative diene. Next given is cumulative diene. Right? Means continuous, we can say continuous double bonds. Cumulative diene means continuous double bonds, like CH2 double bond C, double bond CH2. So this is an example for cumulative diene. It is also called as alene. Such compounds are also called as alenes or their derivatives. Next one is isolated diene. Isolated diene means the double bond is isolated, double bond is separated. Isolation means what? Separating it from others. Isolated diene means minimum one sp3 carbon between double bonds. If between double bonds are separated by minimum one sp3 hybridized carbon, then they are called as isolated dienes. Means CH2 double bond CH, CH2 CH double bond CH2. See, between this double bond and this double bond, one sp3 hybridized carbon is there. So such compounds are called as, such dienes are called as isolated dienes. Now among the three, in which case resonance phenomena is more stabilizing the molecule, means delocalization of pi bonds. Delocalization of pi bonds stability is more pronounced in conjugated dienes. Therefore, stability of 1 is greater than. Next, such delocalization and stability is possible among cumulative diene and isolated diene. Here, see, because of this continuous pi bonds, what happens if this pi bond is in one plane, the other pi bond should be in other plane. So because of that, its relative stability is less. So the planes are different. When it comes here, they are widely arranged. So among the cumulative and isolated dienes, energy of isolated diene is less, whereas this energy is more. So less the energy, more is the stability. So isolated diene, that comes under 3. Isolated diene is more stable than cumulative diene. So this is one model question possible from the stability of dienes. And when it comes to electron migration effects, firstly we have to start with inductive effect. See, inductive effect is a permanent displacement of sigma bonded electrons, right? It is a permanent effect, but is a weak effect due to its operation only through sigma bonds. And next is for inductive effect, we need to observe the bond between carbon and connected group G. It is of three types. Electronegativity of G, group G, is maybe more than electronegativity of carbon, equal to electronegativity of carbon, less than electronegativity of carbon. If the connected group is more electronegative than carbon, for example halogens, oxygens, etc., then it leads to minus I effect, because bond will be polarized towards the group. Group G will be more electron denser because of polarization. If electronegativity of G is equal to that of carbon, for example carbon and hydrogen, it is very less difference is there, 2.46 and 2.1. Okay, very less electronegativity difference, because of which it is almost treated as a non-polar bond in our chemical reactions. It is slightly negligible polarity, and this is almost treated as non-polar in our mechanisms. And electronegativity of a group is less than that of carbon. For example, metals, this is the third case. Other than metals, if any electron denser group is present in place of G, then it leads to plus I effect. They are electron releasing groups. Now when it comes to application of inductive effect, in the strength of acids and bases especially, strength of an acid is directly proportional to stability of its conjugate. Any acid, it may be any acid or any substance, it will be strong if its conjugate is stable. A substance is said to be strong in its character if its conjugate is stable. For example, an acid is said to be strong acid if its conjugate is stable. For example, HA is an acid. It is behaving as an acid and is generating its conjugate base. If this conjugate is more stable, it means it is not reactive, backward reaction won't take place, then HA is said to be strong acid. HA is an acid, A minus is its conjugate base. If conjugate base is more stable, then the parent acid is said to be strong acid. So, with respect to the first point, if an electron withdrawing group is connected on this A minus, if an electron withdrawing group is connected on this A minus, electron withdrawing group means it attracts the electron density, so that electron negative density will be less on this conjugate base. When charge density is less, it is stabilized. In that way, electron withdrawing group increases the stability of A minus, thus it is said to be increasing the acidic strength of HA. Understood? Similarly, if an electron releasing group is there, electron with releasing group or electron donating group, whatever it is, right? Electron releasing group is there on A minus, already negative density is more, and if in addition, if other group is also giving electron density, negative charge density will increase and it become unstable. Do remember that in case of any ion, less the charge density, more is the stability. So in that way, electron releasing group decreases the stability of conjugate base, which in turn decreases the acidic character of acid HA. Same way, let's come to the second line. Strength of a base is directly proportional to stability of its conjugate acid. So MOH is a base. This is the conjugate acid M plus. This is a base, this is its conjugate acid M plus. Same way, more the stability of conjugate acid, more is the acid basic character of the parent base. Now, if this M plus cation, conjugate acid, is connected with an electron withdrawing group, it withdraw more electron density, hence plus charge will increase, it become unstable. Thus, electron withdrawing group decreases the stability of conjugate acid, which in turn decreases the basic character of its parent base. If an electron releasing group is connected on M plus, then it releases electron density and plus charge will be suppressed, charge density will be less, it will be more stable. Thus, electron releasing group increases the stability of conjugate acid, which in turn increases the basic character of the parent base. And this is about electron releasing group and electron withdrawing group. So these are the points we have to apply in detail. Now, among the distance, number of groups and inductive power of the group, this is another question possible. See, as it is a revision in less time, we cannot discuss all cases. Instead of giving one or two questions, I am directly specifying the rules from the beginning of GOC. You might have noticed that. Among, see, they may give 3 examples or 3 options. In one first acid, a group will be at some 4 positions away, and in second molecule it may contain more number of groups, and in another one it may contain a highly electronegative, highly electron withdrawing group. So among these three cases, distance of the group, number of groups and inductive power of the group, what we have to prefer first? How closer the group is, that we have to give preference. How closer the group is, that should be the first preference. Then how many number of groups are there, that is the next preference, and the least one is power of the group. So DNP rule it is called as. Similarly, basicity of amines, we discussed about acidic character, right? Application of inductive effect. Now basicity of amines are basic character. Basicity means don't go to that replaceable hydrogens. Basicity means basic character of amines. This is the language in organic chemistry. Now amines are usually basic character will be studied in gaseous phase and also in aqueous phase. NCERT clearly specified in aqueous phase reactions. In aqueous phase, we have to consider three effects: inductive effect, solvation effect and steric hindrance effect. With respect to these three effects, methylated amines were observed as a basicity sequence of methylated amines is secondary, is more basic than primary, than tertiary, than ammonia. In case of ethylated amines, secondary is observed as more basic than tertiary, than primary, than ammonia. So our next concept is on resonance. It is a criteria for major contributors from resonance. You know, the phenomena of existing in more than one structural form is called as a resonance. Okay, you are aware of the definition, but as it is a resonance session, we have to discuss the special cases. Now, what are the criteria for major contributors? They will give 2 or 3 structures for resonance. Which is a major contributor? Then these points are to be followed in the same sequence. What are the major points? As many octets as possible. First of all, you have to check about octets. On all atoms, more number of octets, octet atoms should be there. Okay. Next point you have to see is as many pi bonds as possible. More number of covalent bonds. Maximum number of bonds. That is, maximum number of bonds should be there in the molecule. That is the second preference. And third preference is negative charge on more electronegative. Obviously, positive charge is on less electronegative or more electropositive. So that is the third point. These are to be followed in sequence. Next point is charge separation. When it comes to charge separation, there are 2 cases: like charges, opposite charges. Similar charges, keep them as far as possible to minimize the repulsion and to minimize the instability. If it is like charges, similar charges, keep them as far as possible to minimize the repulsion and instability. If they are opposite charges, keep them as close, as near as possible to maximize attraction and stability. So usually charge distribution should be less actually. Less the charge distribution, more is the stability. If at all the structures are having charge distribution, then these are the points to be followed. Now let us illustrate these points with some examples. Which of the following is more stable among the given 2? Which of the following is more stable among the given 2? So this is CH2 with a positive charge singly connected with NH2. Here, what is the first point we have to see? As many octets as possible. Here carbon is with 6 electrons only. 1, 2 with 2 hydrogens, 4 electrons totally. Totally carbon has got only 6 electrons. It is not with octet. Whereas here carbon is satisfied with octet. Nitrogen is also satisfied. 2 bonds plus 2 bonds. 8 electrons it has got. So because of octet rule, because of this octet rule, means from the point 1 we can decide that 2 is more stable because of octet on all atoms. Because of octet on all atoms. And likewise, let us discuss one more question. Which of the following is more stable among the given options? Like in first option, let us see the first option. Here octet is not satisfied. Whereas here 8 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to is 8 electrons and 8 electrons. Octet is satisfied. So in case of A, 2 is more stable than 1 because of octet. Because of octet, 2 is more stable, more major contributor than 1. And when it comes to the next option, see, this is with minus charge means lone pair. 2 electrons, 2 bonds and 1 bond, 3 bonds, 6 electrons. Totally it has got 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 electrons. Oxygen has got 8 electrons. Okay, of course hydrogen will get duplet set of electrons. So octet is satisfied here. When it comes to this one, 2 plus 2, 4 bonds, 8 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 electrons, and 6 plus 1 bond, 8 electrons. So octet is satisfied. So here and there is a tie on octet. And when it comes to the next point, that is number of pi bonds, 1 pi bond, 1 pi bond. Even pi bonds are also similar. So there is a tie on octet rule as well as a number of pi bonds. Then immediately we have to see the negative charge is on what type of atoms. Here negative charge is on carbon, here it is on oxygen. Relatively this is more electronegative, no? So negative charge should be on more electronegative atom. Therefore 2 is greater than 1. Like this we can follow these points and we can easily predict the major contributor for resonance. So this is another question. Give the order of stability of the following resonating structures. So all the 5 structures are for same molecule, right? So first of all we have to sort them out. Among the 5 structures there is no charge separation in this. So definitely one should be more stable among all. First one should be more stable or major contributor for resonance. Next is this charge distribution is plus and minus, and this is also plus and minus, whereas third and fourth are equal charge distribution. So less the charge distribution, more is the stability. So among 2, 5 and 3, 4, which are relatively more stable, we can say 2, 5 are relatively more stable, 2 and 5 are more stable than 3 and 4. Now among 2, 5 and 3, 4, what is the sequence we have to filter? Now among 2 and 5, among second structure and fifth structure, equal charge distribution is there, but charge separation is less here. Less charge distribution should be there. If at all opposite charges are present, they should be as close as possible to increase the attraction. That point we discussed just now. So less the charges, more is the attraction, more is the stability. Among 2 and 5, 2 is more stable than 5, or 2 is major contributor than fifth one. Next, among 3 and fourth one, third structure and fourth structure, so we have equal charge distribution is there here and there, plus minus, but here like charges, similar charges are at adjacent positions, which leads to repulsion, so it is unstable, whereas here opposite charges are existing. So relatively, actually they are unstable, relatively among 3 and 4, 4 is a bit more stable. So stability of 4 is greater than 3. So overall stability sequence is, first one is more stable than 2, than 5, than 4, than 3. So this is how we can answer such model questions. And then order of acidic strength, this helps us in predicting the stable conjugate base or weak conjugate base, strong conjugate base, etc. when some questions are given. Suppose RSO3 minus, RCOO minus, HCO3 minus, PHO minus, which is a strong base. Among the anions given, which is a strong base, whose parent is weak, that conjugate is strong base. In that way, in predicting such questions, this sequence helps us. And when it comes to the next question, arrange the following in decreasing. Arrange the following in decreasing order of acidic strength. Usually, when these alcohols are considered, we can predict the stability of these phenols with respect to the we can predict the acidic strength of these phenols with respect to the stability of their conjugate phenoxide. See, I am repeating, the acidic nature of these phenols can be predicted with respect to the stability of their conjugate, that is phenoxide. Phenoxide means after behaving as an acid, after giving out H plus, O minus will be left. No, this total thing is phenoxide. More the stability of the conjugate base, more is the strength of the acid, we discussed already. Now, these phenoxides can be stabilized by the presence of withdrawing group and destabilized by presence of releasing group. Electron withdrawing groups increases the stability, means increases the acidic strength. Electron releasing groups decreases the stability of conjugate base, so decreases the acidic strength. Now, among phenol, this is withdrawing, releasing, minus I plus M, this is again withdrawing. So, among these five different molecules, the one which have withdrawing groups, this is NO2 is minus I and plus M. NO2 is minus I inductive, negative inductive and a negative mesomeric effect. And this is a negative inductive, but due to the presence of lone pair, it is positive mesomeric effect. So, usually among inductive and mesomeric effect, mesomeric is dominating, but in case of this chlorine, negative inductive is dominating, orientation effect, right? Now, whichever is operating among these two, this is minus I, electron withdrawing thing is happening, this is also electron withdrawing. So, among these five, due to the presence of electron withdrawing groups here, these two are more acidic. So, 2 and 5 are more acidic. We can say 2 and 5 are more acidic. Now, among 2 and 5, which is more acidic? Among 2 and 5, this is both minus I and minus M, whereas here it is minus I and plus M. And moreover, this is more electron withdrawing group also than chlorine. So, 2 is more acidic than 5. First, we have to filter in this way. Next, among 1, 3 and 4, these two are releasing group. Electron releasing group increases the electron density at O minus, destabilize the conjugate. So, these two are destabilizing factors when compared with 1. So, after 5, definitely the next stable, the next acidic molecule is phenol. Now, among 3 and 4, which is less destabilizing, this is mesomeric effect is more operating than inductive. So, among these two effects, among plus I and plus M effect, this is more operating. So, this is more destabilizing. More destabilizing means this is least acidic among these two. So, 3 is more than 4. So, 2, 5, 1, 3 greater than 4. Right. This is how one can answer about the more acidic and a sequence of acidic compounds of phenols. So, next question. Arrange the following in decreasing order of their basic strength. It is a weak base, of course, because lone pair is in conjugation with an aromatic ring. Due to the presence of these groups, their basic strength, its basic strength is increasing or decreasing. Let us see. So, here the basic point is, after behaving as a base, suppose NH2 is there. Base means Lewis base it is. After behaving as a base, it becomes NH3 plus. This is the conjugate acid. This is a base, that's the conjugate acid. Now, this to be a strong base, its conjugate acid should be more stable. Its conjugate acid should be more stable. Now, what sort of groups will stabilize this? Here plus charge is there. So, there should be electron releasing groups. And whatever the group, keep one more point in view, whatever the group connected at para position, its influence can be directly taken on this immediate opposite position. See here, the carbon to which group is connected on the benzene ring. So, its para position, suppose here some group G is there, it may be withdrawing group of which plus charge will be developed, here plus you can assume. This group is suppose releasing group, means electron density is giving out, so here you can take minus. So, that is one more shortcut. Now, here what type of groups at para position stabilizes this electron releasing groups, electron donating group. So, what are electron donating group? Out of NO2, methyl, methoxy and chlorine, this is electron releasing, this is plus M. See, what is this? This is minus I, minus M. Minus M is more operating. This is only minus I. Of course, hyperconjugate effect we need not discuss here. And methoxy, it is minus I and plus M. Plus M is more operating. This is minus I and minus M. Minus I and plus M. Minus I is more operating. Minus I and plus M, correct. Plus M is more operating, correct. Now, among these groups, these are releasing groups. So, definitely these two should stabilize the conjugate. So, among those two, which is more stabilizing? Mesomeric effect is more operating. So, 4 is more stable than 3. Now, among 1, 2 and 5, these are withdrawing groups which destabilize the conjugate. So, definitely among 1, 3 and 5, 1 is relatively more basic. Then among 2 and 5, this is more minus I, more destabilizing than that. So, 5 greater than 2. So 4 is more basic than 3, than 1, than 5, than 2. So 4, 3, 1, 5, 2, right. So this is the correct sequence. This is a question on hyperconjugation. Stability, actually while answering questions on hyperconjugation, stability is directly proportional to number of hyperconjugated structures. More the number of hyperconjugated structures, more is the stability, and hyperconjugated structures are directly proportional to number of alpha hydrogens. So more the number of alpha hydrogens, more will be the number of hyperconjugated structures, hence more is the stability. Now let us see this example. 1 and 2 molecules were given, this is the structure. So for this double bond, alpha, alpha and alpha, 3 alpha carbons are there, and 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 alpha hydrogens are there. And when it comes to this double bond, 2 hydrogens, this is one hydrogen and the rest is isopropyl group. This is alpha carbon connected to the C double bond C. Only one alpha carbon and on that only one alpha hydrogen. As we discussed, more the number of alpha hydrogens, more will be the hyperconjugated structures, more will be the stability. So among these two, stability of 1 is more than 2. And when it comes to an important effect called as steric inhibition of a resonance effect, SIR effect, when both ortho positions of a bulky substituent, when both ortho positions of a bulky functional group are occupied by bulky substituents, like this. Suppose this is a functional group on benzene ring. These two are ortho positions. When the two ortho positions are occupied by bulky substituents, then all the 3 groups will move out of the plane. Suppose this palm is a benzene ring. These are the groups attached at ortho and main positions. Now when all are bulky, the 2 ortho positions and functional group, then the 3 groups will move above the plane of the ring. Then the 2 groups will, all the 3 groups will move above the plane of the ring and does not show any resonance or conjugation with the aromatic ring. When they are conjugated, when nitrogen's lone pair is conjugated with the aromatic ring, lone pair is not available for donation, hence it is said to be a weak base. But when they move above the plane of the ring, when they flip above the plane of the ring, nitrogen's lone pair will be readily available for donation, hence it acts as a strong base. So that's what happening here. Here nitrogen is in conjugation with the aromatic ring, as lone pair is engaged with the this one, what's that called as a delocalization or resonance phenomena in conjugation with the aromatic ring, it is not available for donation. When it comes to this one, due to steric inhibition of resonance effect, these 3 groups will be flipped, above the plane of the ring, and when they move above the plane of the ring, they won't be in conjugation with the ring, lone pair is set free and can be donated easily. Thus, 1 is more basic than 2. This is one case of steric inhibition of a resonance effect.